Hey, Allie, Mr. Durden here, and we just talked, it seems like a day or two ago, about your writing, and I'm really pleased to be able to read this, which I think is very good writings, maybe your best essay of the year, or among them, and just be able to offer you confirmation as you look at what you've written. Per my usual, I have indicated really good stuff in green, and then my criticisms in red. So you come right out of blocks with a great sentence. This past Monday, I hiked the outdoor chapel, right? As the teachers go on a manhunt to find students avoiding the uphill terrain. That's great. And you go into I attend a boarding school. Talk about payback, and you make the general point that adults say to you, high school, you need to follow your heart. But in point of fact, it's hard to do this when students are required to conform to certain aspects of school life. So a really good sentence with which you conclude a very successful opening sentence. Uh, a specific point I want to make about strategies. You're not making a mistake here, but I so wish that B had been given a name. If you can use names, you can see that would look a lot more professional. If you were saying, according to the schedule from whatever high, the students had 4 minutes. That would be better than source B. This Henry David Thoreau, appropriate, right? But it kind of drops in here like a bit of a steaming turd. Maybe hold off on that until the right moment. I'm going to go to page 2, which is effective. You're going to make your way through some general information in this second paragraph, and you have Gatto commenting on source B. This is really good. This is what they want from the synthesis. They want you to have sources kind of playing with each other. You talk about how Gatto, he doesn't want this bell schedule. He wants home study kids. Then I think in an intelligent move, you go back to yourself, and we see you playing hot cross buns in middle school, and how little you want to do that, and that brings home the sort of the standardization of the American kid that we see there, and then later in prep for the big test, SAT. And you wind this paragraph up, I think, by going back to the kindergartners and say, what they really should be doing is, finger painting. So good there. On to page 3, and you're still dealing with sources, but keeping it specific to you. At my school, there's a dress code. There's sit-down dinner. Study hall every night except Saturday. Some of these details, might they have been more appropriate earlier in the paper? I'm not sure, but you're making this point about conformity, and you're staying with the specifics of the school. And you're going to, here, let's go to your last page. Again, I'm irked just mildly by the fact that these sources are not given good titles. There's no way you can avoid going with this kind of dopey-looking source G, but you do write a good last sentence. If schools want to produce good citizens, they should loosen the reins. Nice. Well-spelled loosen, well-spelled reins of conformity, or else they will create only one good citizen, only one kind of kid. So, Allie Solms, good on you. It's a very successful essay, and I don't know what it would get in Louisville. Certainly the lowest it could possibly get would be a 6, but I'm guessing it would be a 7. And because it's a great success for you, we're going to go with the Ocho. Nicely played.